Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This is Shay. Today is going to be a set that I did with some pretty pastel colors. I just want to start off by apologizing, due to it being a little minute since I've come on here and had a video posted. But it has been, some busy times lately. Haven't really had the moment to sit down and do the editing and the voiceovers, like having quiet space to do that. So I do have a few videos that I have recorded. I just haven't quite had the time to edit and do the voiceovers for the videos. Anyway, I'm starting with this pastel purple. It's pretty lavender, my favorite color. Each nail is going to be, a little different. But for the most part, this video is, as always, self-explanatory. I already have my tips applied, already have the base coat down. Then you're just going to see me doing some painting, and a little later on I'm going to be applying some stones. Right here I'm just trying to figure out whether I wanted to go with this glitter, basically just trying to see whether it looks good next to the lavender. After seeing how pretty this glitter was, I did end up going and doing a full set just with this glitter and a couple of stones. I do have a short where I have that full set. Now it's crazy because I've used this glitter before, but for some reason I guess I didn't realize how pretty it was or how much I liked it. But this is a really pretty glitter. Moving on to the next nail is I guess you can consider this to be like a peach color. It's supposed to be nude, but to me it comes off more as like having like a peach tint to it. So we're gonna go on with this color. And the idea behind me using this color, I did think that it was going to come off to be nude. I wanted to do a French tip on this with that lavender that I started off with the pinky, but you'll see later on in the video how that worked out for me. I guess I was feeling real brave when I was doing this set because usually if I'm going in with different colors like this, I will go in and cure each nail individually just because I don't, want to give it time to move around or even for it to accidentally get hit. Even with my thumbnail, as you see right here, I'm going in and painting that, and I had to use my tweezers to remove, like, probably a hair or some fiber or whatever. But usually I will wait to do my thumb before after I've cured every other nail, simply for the same reason. Like, I don't want to put it in the light and then mess up the other nails, or even have the product moving to the side, being as though your thumb is sideways. But I guess I was feeling, super brave and just decided to paint each nail individually and cure them all at once. So I mean, it worked out, but I normally take my time and do it, one at a time. But yeah. Now I'm just putting a little of that lavender on the palette. This one I thought that I was about to, switch up the game and give myself this tip on this French tip on this so-called nude nail, and it just did not look right to me. Like, this wasn't, if this was a realistic actual flattering nude for my skin tone, it would have definitely, been cute to have a little lavender um, French tip on there. But this peach, whatever this color is, just was not it. And I guess you just get to see my thought process as I'm sitting here playing with it, acting like it's going it's going to look good, but I already realized I'm just like, no, this not going to work. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm sitting here playing like I'm perfecting and straightening out these lines, and like, just look at it. No, no. It was at this moment right here that I just was like, no. Like, it's so hard. Like, I've been looking for a pretty, like, somewhat of a pink undertone type of nude, and I have not been able to find one. Like, I had one. I can't remember what the color was. Like, I have the bottle, but I cannot find it. Like, I need a good nude color. Anywho, besides the point, once I realized that the French tip wasn't going to work out, I went ahead and went with the next best option, or my go-to, and that's stone. So I decided that I was just going to put the stick layer back to that nail after I wiped it off. I used a little primer just so it can still have a little stick. Then I went ahead and figured out how I wanted to position the stones on my nail. And then I'll go in with I like the gel glue or like a gel base to go ahead and adhere the stones to the nail. I was feeling a little fancy, so I decided to accompany the stones with some caviar beads in the color of rose gold, and just putting them into like the nooks and crannies and the gaps of these stones that I'm going to be applying down the nail. Being that I already laid out the stones, it just makes it so much easier, having had figured it out before putting them on the nail, than having to take them off the nail once you already have like that base gel behind it, leaving the stones sticky. So I definitely would advise, if you are going to apply stones, that you lay them out just to get an idea of how you want them before you actually start to apply them. So I think for this set, I was using the Kiara Sky, not the base gel, but the, what is that gel? The gel that you apply the nail tips with, like the, oh my God, what is that gel? Oh God, basically I was using the Kiara gel glue that you would use to apply your gel tips, the Kiara Scott gel tips. And that is thick, but I guess it isn't thick enough as if I was using an actual like a rhinestone gel, because these caviar beads and even the stones, being as though they are a little larger, kept moving. So I literally had to keep adjusting them. And once I got them to all be where I wanted them to be, hurry up and stick them in the light before they started to move again, which by the end, I think a couple of them still kind of was out of place by the time they were cured. But it wasn't anything, too noticeable to the point where it's like they look jacked up. But I would definitely advise using a rhinestone gel that was a little more thicker that, didn't have too much slippage. Now that I'm going over my nose with my top coat, when it comes to having rhinestones, it's a little more difficult because you have to try to find a way to maneuver around the stones. So I went ahead and used this brush, which is just trying to get the top coat to be like right up, I guess along the sides of the stones without going over them, just to try to lock them in a little bit without covering them. But also I will go over the caviar beads with the top coat, simply because with them being metal, they'll either lose their color or they'll fall out a little easier because they're a complete sphere. They're completely round. They don't have a flat side to them. So you can go over the caviar beads, but avoid going over your stones, you're in business, because in the past I have gone over my stones by mistake, of course, and I guess the light has a hard time getting in to hit the reflection, which causes, in my case, from what I've experienced, cause them to look foggy. So try not to go over your stones. You'll lose that shine and that glisten, and everything that you've done would be in vain. So just try to keep that top coat around your stones, just enough to hold them in, like fill in the gaps, like this bigger tear drops type stone. Try to get up under there, and then you're good. Okay, everyone, this is the final result of my nails. I also did the second hand a little different, so they're sisters, not twins. If you've learned anything from this video, please subscribe and share. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.